Charlotte Royale cake. Ingredients. For the cake, 4.25 oz into the 9-inch round pan, and spread it into an even layer. Pour the be fairly liquidy at this point. If there's a large gap between the top of Charlotte Royale cake. Ingredients. For the cake, 4.25 ounces cake flour, 1 cup, 7 ounces granulated sugar, 1 cup, divided use, 1 teaspoon baking powder, half a teaspoon salt, 4 fluid ounces vegetable oil, 1/2 cup, 2 fluid ounces water, 1/4 cup, 4 egg yolks, at room temperature, 1 tablespoon vanilla extract, 6 egg whites, at room temperature, 1/4 of a teaspoon cream of tartar, 13 ounces strawberry jam, about 1.25 cups. For the filling, 2.5 cups heavy cream, 2 ounces powdered sugar, 1/2 cup, 1 tablespoon unflavored powdered gelatin, 3 tablespoons cold water, 3/4 cup milk, 2.6 ounces almond flour, 3/4 cup, can use almond meal or finely ground almonds instead, 3.5 ounces granulated sugar, 1/2 cup, 1 tablespoon vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon almond extract, optional, 1 1/4 cups freeze-dried strawberries, coarsely chopped. Instructions. To make the Swiss roll cake. Prepare your pans. Line a 9-inch round cake pan with parchment, and spray the parchment with non-stick cooking spray. Spray a 12 x 18-inch rimmed baking sheet, half sheet size, with non-stick cooking spray. Line it with parchment, spray the parchment, and dust it with a light layer of flour. Don't skip this step or you won't be able to roll the cake properly. Preheat the oven to 325 F. In a large bowl, sift or whisk together the cake flour, 3/4 cup, 5.25 ounces, granulated sugar, the baking powder, and salt. In a separate small bowl, whisk together the oil, water, yolks, and vanilla extract. Place the egg whites in the bowl of a large stand mixer fitted with the whisk attachment. Begin to whip them on medium speed. When the whites are frothy, add the cream of tartar and continue whipping. Once they start to hold soft peaks, slowly add the remaining 1/4 cup sugar, a spoonful or 2 at a time, until it's all added. Beat the whites on medium-high speed until they're glossy and hold firm peaks. Add the yolk mixture to the dry ingredients, and stir them together with a spatula until smooth. Gently fold 1/3 of the beaten egg whites into the cake batter, trying not to overmix and deflate the whites. Add the rest of the whites in 2 batches, stirring delicately. Scoop 1.5 cups of batter, 6 ounces, into the 9-inch round pan, and spread it into an even layer. Pour the rest of the cake batter into the sheet pan and gently smooth it into an even layer. Bake the cakes at 325 F for 14 to 16 minutes, until they are a light golden brown and the cake springs back when lightly pressed. The 2 cakes might be done at different times, so watch them both carefully. Cool the cakes on a wire rack until they are at room temperature. Once cool, spread the strawberry jam in a thin layer on top of the entire surface of the sheet cake. Beginning at the long end nearest to you, start rolling the cake into a spiral, peeling the parchment off the back as you roll. Once it is a tight spiral, wrap cling wrap around the roll and refrigerate it for at least 2 hours. This chilling time will make the cake much easier to cut and will give you cleaner slices. The cake can be refrigerated overnight if desired. To prepare the cake bowl. To assemble this recipe, you will need a 3 or 4 quart round bowl. The exact size of every bowl will vary, so it helps if you're flexible during the assembly process. Line the bowl with plastic wrap, extending up and over the sides of the bowl. Use a sharp serrated knife to cut the Swiss roll into slices between 1/2 inch 1 inch thick. If you are using a smaller bowl, you can make thicker slices, but if you are using a larger bowl, you will need more pieces, so you should err on the side of thinner cake slices. My bowl is about 3.5 quarts and my slices were about 3/4 inch thick. Press the slices into the bowl, right up next to each other, covering the bottom and sides of the bowl. The cake slices can be squished together to get the most even coverage. The goal is to have as few gaps between cake slices as possible. When you get to the top of the bowl, you can cut the slices to fit the top of the bowl, re-roll them so they're smaller, or otherwise manipulate them to get an even layer at the top of the bowl. To make the cream filling. To make the filling, whip the cream and powdered sugar together until they form firm peaks. Spread a thin layer of whipped cream on the inside of the bowl. This will keep any of the filling from leaking through to the outside of the cake, since it's fairly liquid when you pour it in before it sets. Refrigerate the remaining whipped cream in the cake bowl. Combine the gelatin and cold water in a small bowl, and whisk them together. Let the gelatin sit and absorb the water for about 5 minutes, then microwave for 15 to 20 seconds, until melted and liquid. Combine the milk, almond meal, and granulated sugar in a saucepan, and bring to a simmer, stirring while the sugar dissolves. Remove the saucepan from the heat and whisk in the melted gelatin. Fill a bowl or sink with ice water, and place the bottom of the saucepan in the cold water. Whisk while the milk cools until it is no longer warm to the touch. You want it to remain liquid, so don't cool it so much that it starts gelling together, but it should be fairly cool to the touch when you are done. Add the vanilla and almond extracts, if using, and stir well. Fold the remaining whipped cream into the cool milk mixture. Stir in the freeze-dried strawberries, then pour the filling into the cake bowl. It will be fairly liquidy at this point. If there's a large gap between the top of the filling and the top of the cake along the sides, you can either trim the sides of the cake, or fill the gap with more sweetened whipped cream. Finally, press the 9-inch rounded cake on top of the filling, trimming it if necessary. Cover the top with plastic wrap, and refrigerate for at least 6 to 8 hours, or overnight, to set the filling. To serve the cake, remove the plastic wrap from the top. Place a plate upside down on top of the bowl, then invert the bowl so the cake rests on the plate. Gently lift the bowl up, and peel the plastic wrap from the top of the cake. This cake is best served chilled, and it can be kept in the refrigerator, well wrapped, for up to a week.
next video is coming to you soon. Look forward. Subscribe to this channel and like and comment your idea if you like the video. Thank you for watching.